then, so we've got today issues with the twin split. So repulsive leaking in the corner. So stripped it down, we're going to have a look, do some like little checks. And then also there is a thermistor issue that's in the history on the controller. So we'll have a little dig into that, see if we can get this boy running. So yeah, let's have a little look, see if we can get this going, eh? See, on first inspection, fan looks clean, coils are clean, even the inside of like the polystyrene and all that, that's really clean. Lift pump, I mean really, normally when you get a lift pump gone down, it's normally either you've got a really bad coil when you've got a load of sludge in the tray, or it's like some sort of, you can gain some sort of idea of what's going on. So, right, so what we're going to do is we're going to check our float switch. So this just works on a make and break. So we set our testers to continuity, check our testers, make sure they're all right. And then you basically put your testers on there. It's a little bit fiddly. So we're made at the minute, and then we're broke. Make, break. So our float switch, when the water is starting to rise and it gets too high, that's what will send it into alarm. So I'd say our float switch is good there. So yeah, happy with that. And then we'll move on to the tray, see what's going on. Right, so we've got our drip tray. This is where your pump and your float switch live. But on first glance, I mean, normally when you get a lift pump go down, this is full of gunk. All this is basically just covered in sludge. But that is relatively clean. I'm quite happy to put that back together without giving that a deep clean. So because I'm not here for that, I'm not here for a deep clean, so I'm literally just here to see what's going on, see if we can figure this out. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with that, so might put that back together. So these cables, got to make sure they come through the front. So yeah, so you just got two locking screws to hold the pan in and get them tightened up. And the second one, right. And then you've got two more screws for each corner over there. So they just go in. Alright then, so we've got to make sure we bring all these cables in. And then your lift pump and float switch, they go on the outside. So make sure they go on the outside, them ones. And then your fan motor and everything, they come on the inside. Alright, so we can get our plate back in. That's got our PCB and everything in there. I'm gonna just get a couple of screws in just to hold the weight, and then you can go and put everything else back in. Over in the corner. Right, so this is our unit we're looking at. So if we can get a screw off there. There's only one screw in it, which is not a good sign. Power's off. God, I hate them cases, they never stand up. Right, first inspection. No LEDs, obviously our power's off. Oh, Let's get some gloves on. Don't know where you can see that. That's good, isn't it? First inspection, what are we looking at? Ooh, right. Don't know whether you can see that, but we have got what looks to be insulation. So it looks like we've had a mouse in there. Discharge sensor. Boom. There it is. Right, so that's going to be our discharge sensor issue. So we can get that swapped out. And then what I might do though is I might strip the casing off on the sides and the bottom, and then just make sure nothing else is gone. Make sure there's no mice in there. Just give it a little. Make sure there's nothing in there. But right, strip down, get the side panel off, and see if there's any more issues we need to be aware of. Let's put some better gloves on. Right, trusty blower. We're just going to get rid of all the lagging. Just going to get rid of all the lagging. So now we can have a proper look, see what's going on. So we've got our discharge thermistor, which we know is out. What have we got here? Right, so they come as a bank of thermistors. So we've got there 1, 2, 3, 4 thermistors. So right, we'll have to get them changed out. So yeah, we'll just get some of these cable ties off. And yeah, get cracking. We'll start changing them, and then make sure we've got no damage to anything else while we're going through, because we've got some lagging gone there. Should really have my gloves on, but yeah, we've got some lagging gone, but I think the rest of the cables seem okay. But we'll start changing stuff and see what we've got. Alright, so I just need a quick photo for the report. Unsnipping cable ties. So what I like to do is I'll just plug that in, and then basically I'll just change one at a time. So I'll go red, and I'll go yellow cable, and then I'll trace these and see where these go. Right, let's have a look here. So we've got a bank of 4 thermistors. Where are we? Here we go. So I've got THOA, outdoor air temperature, THOS, suction pipe, THOD, discharge pipe temperature, THOR1, heat exchanger. So that's what we're changing. So yeah, we will get them stripped out. We'll trace them back, see where they go. Right, so if we start off with that one, and feed that through there. Right, that's number one. That's that one. So then we can cable tie these neat in afterwards. So then if we can go, what's we got there? THOD1. We've got there THOR1. THOR1. Okay, let's get that in there. So that comes, where does that come through? Comes through there, through there. Into our coil. Get that in there. So that's that one. Two. Right, so then what else we got? Discharge pipe sensor, so that's that one. So where's our discharge? So that's THOD1, that's our discharge. Right, we'll get that through there. Yeah, that one is well and truly done, I think. Well and truly gone. So yeah, get that changed out. THOD1, which is in there. And I'll try and find a bit of insulation to go over that. Right, so I've been sent a board. I'm assuming it's just the thermistors, but people are being safe. So yeah, this is sort of like I would say like the apprentice's way or the beginner's way of changing a board. Just get the other board in the back there and then start changing plugs basically. So you just match up whatever colours you got or whatever plugs you have. And just go around every one. Just make sure we're all good. All these. Just make sure you got the right plugs going to that. Just make sure the ball's the same. So say for example you've got a CNW, make sure it's CNW on this one, CNH. Yeah, just make sure everything's similar. And then we just go around changing all of them, every single one, until we're at the end. So, and also when you're setting your new PCB, just make sure, I've already changed these ones, but make sure all the dip switches are the same, because these will be the settings for the units. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 is on, 4 is off. 1, 2, 3, 4 off, 1, 2, 3, 4 off. Lovely, perfect. And then just make sure you've got nothing else there, which we haven't, it's just those banks. Right, should be good to go. Let's get all these cable ties snipped off, get that all neat, casing's back on. see what we can find. Right, so we're switched on, we're up and running. People leave long enough tails. That's good. That's good. Right. So we're running. Let's go and check upstairs. We're all bolted back together. Let's have a look. See what's going on. See what's occurring upstairs. Right. So we're cooling up here. So I'm pretty happy with that. Also, what I want to make sure is I want to leave these on for a little while, make sure these drains are going into this pump and this pump's operating properly. Just because they said about a water leak. So it looks like there's signs of water on the top. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it looks like there's signs of water up here. So yeah, I just want to keep an eye on this, make sure we've got some water, make sure we've got some condensate going in there, and then yeah, maybe do something with that drain because it's not sitting in there right. But yeah, I think we'll be all right. Just have to see how it goes. It's not ideal having two units going into one tank pump. So what I might do is I might put a recommendation in to put another pump on the other unit, because it could be overflowing. Obviously we don't know yet, but yeah, it's lazy if you ask me. Just trying to either trim down on cost or trim down on labour time, but yeah, not ideal. So keep an eye out for that. I mean, by the looks of it, it's not really that great up here. Looks like they've reused a load of stuff. Yeah, obviously it's just not that great, but doesn't matter. This is real life. This is the stuff you're going to come across. So yeah, we'll give that an hour. I'll crack on with some other bits, maybe wrap up, and then yeah, get back to it. Right, so the EO1 fault. So got to the bottom of it. So if we go in service settings, service and maintenance, not giving away passwords for the public. And you can go indoor unit address. I had 000A, and I also had 000B. So what was happening is where I'm working on a twin split, it was showing 3 indoor units. So that's what's throwing up the indoor units remote controller error. So yeah, we've took that B off, and now we're just 0 and A, and that's cleared our fault. Just a little hard reset, went back up and running. We've had to change the tank pump because it's personally I think it's the tank pump that's causing the issue with the leak. Just intermittently running, floats not engaging or whatever. So that's all been changed, and yeah, we're rocking and rolling, baby. So what I am going to advise is this tank pump, it's doing 2 10 kilowatt units, so it's a little bit risky. I'm assuming that's why that other pump's failed. So yeah, it comes from that one over there, drain runs down and then goes into that tank pump. So I think keep this one here, change this one from the other unit, put it on its own pump, and yeah, I think we're flying. But I mean, I don't know whether you can see that drain down there. I've only just noticed that. That's mental. Oh wait there, I'll pop a ceiling tile out. Don't know whether you guys are ready for this. Look at that. Look at that drain. God, mate. And that's going into a tank pump over there, so this is the stuff you're fighting against, people. Get into aircon, they said. But yeah, this is what you're fighting against, really. All this sort of stuff. So real life. It's not all trunking. It's not all nice bends and pretty lagging. I mean, look at that there. Don't know whether you can see that, but that's just a block of wood on a ceiling tile. Testing me these ones. So, new thermistors, they're done. New tank pump in the ceiling because it found it faulty. The E1 error, that was basically down to thinking it was a triple split when it's not, it's actually a twin split. So yeah, sorted that out, programmed that to a twin split, left that running, that's all sweet. One of the units is running, as you can hear behind me. This one, faulty tank pump, it's a twin split, so unless they get that changed, they can't run that one. They've got another one that's low on charge, icing up, that one's done. And then I've got another two behind you that's condemned, so yeah, it's been a bit of a tough day. But it's now 10 to 6. I'm done, I'm going home, so that'll be it from me. Laters.